All right, first and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world and we call Jesus Christ, and Mashiach Yahushai. Got a few things to deal with today. First and foremost, I want to deal with the situation that just occurred in Mississippi. Google Mississippi in your news. Who knows what happened in Mississippi? Y'all heard about it, right? About to read about it now. About to read about it now in the state of Mississippi. Exactly. You know? Oh, yeah. Of course it was. And then there was also a murder, another police shooting that happened. So we're going to talk about both of that through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shemel shot tonight. Who did? For real? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah. Man, I ain't seen a nigga with chameleon paint in a minute, man. So they killed that boy. He was killing them, so they killed them, huh? That's horrible. Yeah, but what we got to understand is there's a spirit of war and a spirit of death and judgment that's going to get poured out, that has been getting poured out all year, that's going to continue all summer. Summer is starting with a lot of deaths all throughout the four. I'm hearing about what's happening in Mississippi. I'm hearing about what's happening in Missouri. I'm hearing about what's happening in damn Los Angeles. You see what I'm saying? It's a spirit of judgment and death taking this whole place, all of Babylon, because it's the end of Babylon. When you have a spirit and things like this going on, it's the end of a thing. You see what I'm saying? It is the end of a thing. So in your news, Google News, and just type it in. Type in Mississippi. And by the second page, you should be seeing exactly what I'm talking about. To a brother, okay, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, murdered by a band of devils. We was on the way here, coming here. Yeshaya had came and grabbed me and the sergeant, man. We got seen a damn Esau with the Blue Lives Matter flag flying high, letting you know. You know what I'm saying? They letting you know what time it is. When they represent Blue Lives Matter, what are they saying? Black lives do not matter. I have a license to kill you. You never can touch me. So when the white man is proudly adorning the Don't Tread on Me flag, Confederate flag, hell, even adorning the American flag, he's telling you where he is at in his mind and where you are at in his mind. On bottom, he's the head, you're the tail, right? So you got it? Just type in Mississippi. It'll go by the first or second page, it'll pop right up. In the state of Mississippi, of all places just infamous for the death of black people. You see what I'm saying? So go ahead. What you at? Get news. Google, say Google, but just type in news though. News? Yeah, no, don't do that. Here, I'm gonna show you. Boom. Hit the news thing. Go down. If it go to the second page. Boom, right there. Yep, Mississippi man. So go ahead, start bringing it out.
Jackson, Mississippi. It says an autopsy shows that a Mississippi man whose severed head and burned body were found separately.
Oh, his severed head and burned body were found separately. Not together, separately. Now read.
Died from the decapitation.
What did he die from?
The decapitation.
So the white man cut this brother's head off, then burned his body. One place, and they found the rest of his bodies and members in another place. Soldiers or not. This is the Mississippi incident. Is this what you didn't know about this? I heard he got on fire. Yeah, you heard that he was lit on fire. That head was cut off. But the Arab is a terror. They talking about the Arab cutting people's head off. The white man in America is also cutting people's heads off. So what is the white man in America? A terrorist, according to his definition of a terrorist. According to our definition of a terrorist, is the only terrorist. Officer.
They about to put the guillotine out. So they're going to be cutting more heads.
Of course. They ordered them guillotines. They got the mass graves ready.
Casket.
For your them caskets that can fit 7, 8 black and Hispanic bodies.
And flammable.
And right? Rex 84. I mean, come on, we know about this stuff. So-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man will be the target of the wrath of the white man. And has always been the target of the wrath of the white man. Go ahead.
It says the remains of 30-year-old Jeremy Jerome Jackson.
30-year-old brother. His brother's in this room. Majority of brothers in this room about that age. Right? Go ahead.
Were found Saturday. It says WLBT TV reports that Jackson also was shot in the leg, but that wound wasn't fatal.
The wound wasn't fatal. So they shot him, cut his head off, then burned the man. But some damn rap, what's his name? Pele? Pele crying about a Holocaust. What does the word Holocaust mean? To be sacrificed by fire. We going through a Holocaust right now today. You crying to me about what happened to some damn Nazis. How many years ago? Who knows when that happened? I don't even know what world war that was. 70 years ago, you crying to me about a few people burning up. We've been getting burned up. It's been happening to this day. Don't tell me about no damn Holocaust. I live in the now. Forget it. Get over it.
Right.
I had to forget about slavery. All right. Well, you burned us today, though. So what do we do about what happened last week when a brother was burned and decapitated? All right. If we just let slavery go, y'all doing enough stuff right now to be worthy of the punishment that you getting ready to get. Damn devils. So read.
Jackson police on Tuesday offered a $20,000 reward for information on Jackson's murder. It says older brother Johnny Jackson.
$20,000 reward. The white man doesn't need a $20,000 reward. That's chump change to him. He don't need 20 racks.
That's one of the highest rewards I've ever heard of.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, when it comes to
usually they ask what for $1,000 for information. We'll give you $1,000 to come here and tell on your best friend.
It seem like they really care about it.
Of course, the police who put the $20,000 thing, they were in on the murder.
Right.
All right. This is how these counties work down there in the South. The police are a part of the KKK. The police are a part of the hate group. Soldiers of Horror.
You remember that story about that brother that got killed inside of a gym and rolled up in that gym?
Yes, sir. Rolled up and they stuffed him with them damn newspapers.
I think they got off lightly because their father was one of
The feds and the videotape vanish. The whole day, everything that goes on in that gym where it occurred is on videotape, except when the black boy gets murdered. What was the brother name? Lennon Lacey also. Yeah. Lennon Lacey. Hung, beat, face broken and hung. Talking about he committed suicide. Because he's in a trailer park popping on some damn white hoe. You see what I'm saying? My brother-in-law, brother seen him this last weekend. He was at the family function with a white girl. All right, this brother saw it. That brother seen him. This brother seen it. All the brothers that was in attendance saw this brother. I'm talking about he was just in the white world. He didn't talk to nobody, nothing. He just went to white girl all day at the damn the damn park at the baby shower. And his pops now is from North Carolina. So he told him straight up, we couldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? We weren't even thinking about doing nothing like that in North Carolina. You know why? They would have got their head cut off and burned. You see what I'm saying? Brothers need to start thinking like that today. And actually, they don't even need to start thinking like that. They need to start thinking, why in the hell would I want to get with this damn girl and be all wrapped up in the white world and with the white girl? You see what I'm saying? Insane. That white girl ain't even got no damn money. He with a broke white girl. What's the point? What are we gaining here, huh? She ain't got no rich people. She's broke. Risking your damn life. His pops told me, he came home on Sunday, last Sunday, he said, he told me he went to her house and he made it back. He said, that's a feat. Don't ever go back again. I don't know what they did. You see what I'm saying? Which may be exactly why this brother got killed in the state of Mississippi. Will we ever know the full details? Who knows?
Right.
But we know what happened when they do something like this. Some white woman was getting plowed, I'm sure, somewhere. Somebody didn't like it.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody's afraid. Why did Dylan Storm Roof go into a church and shoot 9 people? Because black men are taking all the white women. That was one of the principal reasons why he cited he did that attack on our brothers and sisters who were foolishly worshiping Caesar Borgia. Deacon.
That's one of the reasons why this is the only thing we agree with on the KKK. Stay in your mating in your own race. Period.
That's right. That's damn right. All right. Soldiers a knock. I don't know if he saw Get Out, but I sure did tell him, get out. As soon as he walked up, I said, get out. What do you get out? Whatever you do, get out. Right? So go ahead. Continue on. That was great. That was great as well.
That was so good. Afterwards.
Go ahead.
His older brother Johnny Jackson, one of 9 siblings.
Big Johnny Jackson, one of 9. This is a strong black family down in the state of Mississippi. What happened here? Johnny Jackson, one of 9. See what I'm saying? This is
family.
Black culture right here. Right? Go ahead.
It says he last saw Jeremy, who lived with him, on Friday.
You see Jeremy on Friday. Let's see the inside. Johnny gonna give us the scoop, just like Jermaine Jackson was giving you the scoop when all the controversy was happening with the historical Jackson family. All right, go ahead.
It says the brother says Jeremy Jackson was a student at Jackson State University and had 3 children.
So wait, he's a student. He's going to Jackson State. We know anybody who follows college basketball knows Jackson State. Right? Go ahead.
Johnny Jackson says he believes his brother's head was severed as a message sent to somebody.
Oh, it was a mess. So not only was this brother killed, but it was to send somebody a message. Right? Go ahead.
That was it on the article, huh?
That's it on the article. This thing should be on CNN headline news.
Con.
Why ain't CNN picked this up? Of course, because they don't care about black people. That's why. See what other information you could gather. Go ahead, officer.
This is Proverbs chapter 26.
Huh?
Whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Whose hatred is covered by deceit. We was just listening to the radio. What station you had it on? Yeshaya? Okay, so that's like a talk radio station. Yeah. So I overheard something on the radio that was talking about they did a like a survey, and they asked people were they racist or were they not racist, and they said the people who said they were racist throughout the survey, you had the propensity to answer the questions race in like a racist would, but then the people who said they weren't racist also answered the questions like a racist would. You see what I'm saying? So what do they do? Read it again, officer.
Proverbs 26:26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Whose hatred is covered by deceit. They tell you they're not racist. They tell you they love everybody. They tell you they're all inclusive, but they're not. All right. I remember years ago, back me and the deacon, we're from, everybody knows we're from up in Washington. So years ago, there was a story. There's a little white girl, some white teenage whore. This happens a lot where we come from. She ventures her way into the hood and gets pimped out and he gets on drugs. All right. I'm sure it happens all over the place. Right. So it was a story that was out, and you had this white family or this the parents of the girl. They came to the area where I grew up at, looking for their daughter, who they just knew was being a whore somewhere. So they walk up to a brother, right? They got a picture of their daughter. And they, you know, have you seen her? So what do you think the brother do? Oh yeah, I know her. I can take you right to her. He gets in a car. Gun comes out. Okay, and these white people that's writing the story who went through it, they say, and at that moment, this nigger pimp. You see that? This is supposed to be a wholesome white family. They don't hate anybody, right? But when it counted, he can't just be a criminal. Why this criminal? Why can't he just be a criminal? Why can't he just be a pimp? He had to be a nigger pimp. You see that? That's that they hide it with deceit. Read it again from the top.
Proverbs 26:26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation.
His wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. We are exposing to our people who, for whatever reason, are ignorant to the wiles of the white man, the wickedness, the true wickedness, and the true essence of the so-called white man, who is the Edomite and the devil according to the Bible.
That's right.
God's talking about the Esau ain't the white man. Well, I'm about to show the damn white goddess that they worshipped in Edom in a second. You see what I'm saying? Esau is the damn white man. All right. And them Arabs that you saying are Esau, a lot of them got Jewish grandparents. So if they're Edomites, it's because they got a white forefather. All right. And for no other reason. Okay. Finish that. 1 second, Quran. That was it. Soldier Quran.
There's definitely, I would say that I've noticed there's definitely an agenda going on. Why are you constantly killing black men, well, black women too, on TV? It's like ever since Trayvon Martin, it just got like, it exploded. Like,
it exploded.
Like gay agenda, killing black people, gender, the same. I guarantee you next week we'll have somebody else to talk about.
And now, we got this other article too. You got another article on it?
Yeah.
Okay, you said what? Oh my God! Now it's the MS-13 did it. They gonna try to put it on the MS-13 now.
Listen, I'm reading it right now, bro. This is sick. In Mississippi,
the MS-13 is taking over Mississippi now.
It's a heavy presence.
Yeah. They're saying that their crimes are known.
Here's why they're saying that. In Louisiana and in Mississippi, you have an influx of El Salvadorians and Hondurans that are there doing the work that Zebulonites and Issacharites do. Right. All right. Some of these guys, let me tell you something about Malasawa Sucha 13, MS-13. All right. MS-13 is known for doing what they do in El Salvador. You don't hear about them doing those savage acts in America.
Right.
When have you heard of that? These guys are going to gang wars with Mexican gangs and getting served. You see what I'm saying? The guys that are in El Salvador can't make it to America. Are you insane? But they're gonna, of course, propagate this.
Right.
Look at these not even the Mexicans. They're from El Salvador. Look at these Latinos. Don't look at who has always cut people's head off in Mississippi. White people. Go ahead, read it.
It was either that or ISIS.
That or ISIS.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
I dated El Salvador. She's like,
oh, she's like, don't ever call me Mexican in the life. Zebulon and Issachar got an extreme hatred towards one another, right?
Which one? You had the New York Times one too? Is what you had?
No, he didn't have New York Times.
Oh, okay.
No,
see that?
New York Daily News.
Daily News. Daily News.
Mine is opposing views.
Yeah, because because I found it because I heard about it. A sister called me last night about it. So I hear about it, and I just type in. She's like, it happened in Mississippi. So I just typed in Google News Mississippi, and I found it that way. So that's how I had him to find it. But go ahead, go into it.
All right, this is from the New York Daily News. A 30-year-old Mississippi man whose body was found burned and without a head was still alive when he was decapitated, according to an autopsy. The victim, identified as Jeremy Jerome Jackson, 30,
Jerome Jackson. Go ahead.
Also suffered from a non-fatal gunshot wound to the leg. His body was found less than a mile away from his head.
So they had the body up the road from the head. Right? Go ahead.
Placed on the porch of Jackson's home.
Ooh, the head was placed on the porch of Jackson's home. Read on.
Leaving authorities to question the violent nature of the murder.
Right.
The
Clarion Ledger
report. Because the brutality of the crime, officers in Jackson have enlisted the assistance of the FBI. Members of the Drug Enforcement Administration.
So what did they just tell you? They have enlisted the FBI. Now the FBI in this one of these cases is not rare. Why? Because if it's a racial related case, you know, anytime we're down in the South when them churches was getting blown up and things like that, if you watch Selma, Mississippi burning, you'll see they got what's called Hoover's boys come in, which is Larry Hoover, who founded the FBI. Not Larry Hoover, so like J. Edgar Hoover. That's GD, not the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover will send his boys in. You see what I'm saying? So you see that on Mississippi burning. So the FBI coming in this situation is not, you know, anything out of the ordinary. That's really protocol and standard for what happens in Mississippi when black people are massacred. Go ahead.
Have enlisted the assistance of the FBI, members of the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Wait a minute. The DEA is coming. Why is the DEA coming? What does it infer when the DEA is brought in? That this man sells dope. This is just a black drug dealer. And he's getting taken out by MS-13. This is the narrative that they're pushing right now. He was a college student at Jackson State. He was not the trapper of the year.
Right.
All right. He was not trap god in Mississippi.
Right.
He's a college student. All right. Go ahead.
Members of the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives,
ATF,
and the U.S. Attorney's Office joined the police chief Lee Vance to discuss both Jackson's case as well as the assassination of the barbershop owner Johnny Brown.
Oh, Johnny Brown was assassinated. Go ahead.
Which occurred just ahead of the discovery of Jackson's body.
So somebody else was assassinated, right? Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, the manner in which these two incidents have occurred, personally, I found to be shocking, bizarre, brutal, and unacceptable to the city of Jackson and its citizens, Vance said during press conference.
Unacceptable. I wonder if there has ever been any lynchings in Jackson, Mississippi.
Right.
I'll bet you any amount of money that there has been hangings in Jackson, Mississippi. But this is unacceptable. This is Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi is built on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians getting their heads cut off and murdered. Mississippi is that's a Native American word. All right. Are the Native Americans prevalent in Jackson? I think not. Or else they wouldn't call it Jackson. But it's unacceptable for the city. That's what your city is all about. It's all your city has ever been about. Murdering black people. Read.
He said Jackson's murder was truly unique.
Oh, it was truly unique. Nigga never got his head cut off in Jackson, Mississippi. For some reason, forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Go ahead.
Adding the department had not once worked a decapitation case.
Not worked a decapitation case. Well, maybe because the department is a part of the decapitation cover-ups that have occurred in Jackson, Mississippi. I would move to surmise that. Read.
FBI special agent in charge, Christopher Freeze, similarly noted he'd yet to work a case like this during his time in law enforcement.
Go ahead.
I have not seen this in my career, certainly not here in the United States.
Well, you ain't. So when Mississippi was burning, you've never heard of church bombings either. But it happened in Mississippi. Zanak Ariyah.
So the police just pulled him over, cut his head off and burned him?
No, it didn't. It's not saying the police did it. We are surmising the police had something to do with it based upon their involvement in the Ku Klux Klan, who I'm sure has got an affluent chapter in Jackson, Mississippi. Go ahead.
I have not seen this in my career, certainly not in the United States, he said. Gang experts this week have confirmed the presence of MS-13 in Mississippi. Violent deeds often involve decapitation and burning of bodies, according to the ledger.
Where are they decapitating people and burning them and burning their bodies? in El Salvador. Or do the Mexicans cut people's head off and burn bodies? Yes, in Mexico. In all these various countries in Latin America, you hear all about. That's pretty regular. You see what I'm saying? That's not something out of the ordinary. They don't do that in America. MS-13 been in America, all over California, Virginia, down there in Florida. You got the MSs. Heads off? No. So now they just are cutting niggas' heads off. They cutting the local dope boy head off, who's a college student. They cut the barbershop owner head off, right? Who he owned a barbershop. These don't sound like the trap gods to me.
That's what I was gonna say. You're looking at a young black college student. You know they would love to go into somebody's criminal background if you had one. All right. So you really don't have anything. And when you don't have anything, more likely it was the white man. When you don't really have anything, Esau did it. But what does he do? He's gonna, say that the type of crime is indicative to, MS-13.
There are
gang-related.
the MSs are here.
They are here.
They do this in El Salvador.
Yeah, we've seen this. We haven't really seen it here in Mississippi, but we know this is the type of crime that they do. So that's our only lead. And an MS-13 is gonna waste their time trying to expose themselves and kill some random low-level black dude and some barbershop owner. Come on, man. If it was a white boy, I'd understand. Hey, like, remember we just went over to Mexico, and what's the questions me? I know I was asking. They like, don't they be messing with dudes? And like, they don't really mess with Jake like that.
They mess with the white boys.
They mess with the white boys. And I know stories where they've stopped white boys on their way to the border. They stopped them, en route, pulled them over, took them into a shack, ripped their car apart, and put dope in there, and had them run that dope over the border. Personal stories. So with white boy, if it was a white boy that got his head cut off, it would make a lot more sense. All right, but to the general public that just looks at it like, oh my God, these gangs, they're getting out of hand. Hey, it was the Latinos. Oh yeah,
those Salvadorians are crazy.
They're ruthless.
Build the wall.
Build the wall. That's what it is. So yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't even see any type of incentive. I don't see any type of motive. That's what in the article that I had, they said we don't even know motive at this point. We just know that the Mexicans do stuff like that. The El Salvador, they do stuff like this. So that's our best guess.
Look, you can't say ISIS because why? Just like Dave Chappelle said, remember, terrorists don't mess with niggas.
Yeah.
Not good negotiation.
Yeah. We're the horrible bargaining chips. Arab is looking right past. He's looking at a flight to Atlanta. He said, this ain't the flight I blow up. Look at all these niggas on this flight. We don't blow this up. They're not going to bat an eye to this flight. Get on another plane. Go ahead.
That's the
thing. Johnny Jackson tearfully recalled seeing his younger brother for the last time Friday. He said he believed Jeremy was targeted for a reason.
He believes it was for a reason. Did he say that reason had to do with dope? No.
Right.
He said he was targeted for a reason. All right. Do you think? Let me ask you something, right? Your brother gets knocked off by MS-13. If your brother was into it with MS-13 and he lived with you, won't you know about? I mean, MS-13 is not a small problem, right? That's an international network now we talking about. So with MS-13 and you going to get on the damn news and say he was killed for a reason and think your ass ain't getting your head cut off next?
Right.
Them white folks did it. Right. Just like we was listening to the interview or Kev Max interview with Pretty Boy. And he said, man, it's wrong what them white folks did to Tookie, man. You see what I'm saying? It's them white folks, all right? It's them. Them white folks. And all black people know about them white folks. Anytime you refer to a person in power, the police, the judicial system,
right.
Man, them white folks, man, they did that brother wrong. like there's just white people, you're naming names. There was Gregory Gregory Helms was there. Thompson, you know, Al Thompson was there. No, we just know them white folks is who's responsible. All right, go ahead.
From my speculation, it was a message sent from somebody or to the city, because you just don't kill somebody in the bushes.
He said it was a message sent to somebody or to the city. What message do you send to the city by decapitating a black man's head and put it on his? What message is that? What type of the message? I think that a white man was sent to the city. Stay away from our white women. All right, that sounds like the message right there.
Going back to the old days, Jim Crow's on his way back.
Jim Crow is coming back.
Yeah, that's the message.
Race war is coming swift.
There's nothing about this that says
it just says MS-13. I don't see MS-13 written anywhere. What is MS-13 engaged in? Why don't they? Can we look up MS-13 Mississippi? Google it. Let's see if they're linked to any other crimes, or do they just start with cutting niggas' heads off? Yashai, you had something?
I was gonna say I could do like an initial part to like provoke a race war by using MS-13 voice so that way the black and
yeah.
kind of go back at it.
And then the brothers that's down there is like, well, yeah, they said it was the MS.
Yeah, and they're gonna start believing that. You know what I mean?
The white man pushed that narrative.
Like, oh, okay, well, this might have been MS-13 too.
Exactly, and then
like having us looking at them like, well, what's up with y'all? Like,
yeah, y'all doing this? You see what I'm saying? And that happens, especially in this place like Mississippi, where the Latino community is not a community that is rooted in Mississippi. You know, all of them are relatively new to the area. So there's I'm sure, a degree of unfamiliarity, you know, between the two populations to one degree or another. So that could be easily a way to try to set it off. Officer Bazak.
No, I was gonna say, then that gets, you know, people catch wind, like, let's say a city like LA and all over, then they're picking out like, okay, we funking again. Like,
yeah, exactly. It could easily spiral into something else. Officer Bazak.
This is the definition of terrorism.
Bring it out.
The use of violence or the threat of violence, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political goals.
Well, there you go. Go ahead. That's it on that.
You know, systematic use of violence and intimidation to achieve some goal.
America, baby.
Right.
Systemic use of violence and intimidation to achieve some goal.
We gotta fight terrorism.
All America has ever been is terror. That just sounds like how Black and Hispanic and Native Indians look at America and look at white people. Terror. You have systemically used violence and intimidation to make me speak your language, to make me worship your gods, to make me believe you.
All right.
You see that? You had some captain.
Man, no, I seen something, but it was in 2010. So
okay.
Like, oh man, I'm talking about they had the gang stats in Mississippi for 2010, and there was no MS-13.
MS-13. So MS-13 is brand new out there, and they start with decapitations.
Yeah.
Apparently. All the MS-13s I know, they ain't just cutting people's heads off, not in the United States. Okay? Go ahead. Continue with that article, Sergeant.
For my speculation,
get the feds involved. Let's send a message to the city. We're trying to come into your city and sell dope, but I want to get the feds involved. I want the feds to come here. I want the DEA here to interfere with my dope dealing. What motivation would MS have for that? How much dope is this brother moving in Mississippi if he was moving dope?
Alone.
Who's his plug?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Them damn MS come up, they got the plug coming straight from El Salvador. They told that nigga, look, nigga, yo, we talking about big weight now. We taking you out. Right? Salaki, go ahead.
Yeah, his brother don't know nothing. Brother's not like I told him to, you know, stay out that live.
I told him to stay out that. He was involved with this and that. Somebody sending a message. And don't nobody send a message like the damn white man.
Right.
He sent a message when he took Saddam Hussein and hung him before the world.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He sent a message when if you didn't bow down to Caesar Borgia, he would kill you. Don't nobody send a message like the white man.
Right.
Go ahead. But the only person I know sent a better message to white man is Yahweh. All right, so go ahead.
For my speculation, it was a message sent from somebody or to the city, because you just don't kill somebody in the bushes, then take their head and put it on display.
You just don't do
that. He told WLOX. They displayed him, and you could ride down the street and see it on the step. To me, it was a message to somebody.
Okay. Johnny
told the news station his brother had been living with him while he worked toward his degree.
He's working toward a degree. You mean to tell me I'm legitimately working toward a degree at a Division I college, and I'm selling major drugs enough for the MS-13 to want to decapitate me? Huh. Yeah, that's likely. Go ahead. Listen, if he was at community college, I might concede this. I might concede that narrative at a CC. Okay. But D1 Jackson State, come on, go ahead.
While he worked toward his degree and cared for his 3 children. They might do it to someone else. We need to stop this. We need to stop the violence. All this unnecessary kind of stuff really needs to be solved, because they might do it again, he said. Police on Tuesday offered a $20,000 reward for the information leading to the arrest or conviction in the case.
See that? So we see the type of narrative. Can you find the MS-13 doing anything?
Listen,
a firecracker.
Man, listen, you can't find nothing. But like I said, man, I mean, even just going back to 2010, they have a PDF on it. They have a chart. And I'm talking about Latin Kings, Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, Simon City Royals. That is it. That makes up the 100%.
I didn't even hear about Crips and Bloods in damn Mississippi. That's crazy. but MS is just coming in and cutting heads off. That's crazy, man. You see that? That is really crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's insane. Starting with decapitation.
And even just the drug possession, just the drug possession and sales only make up what, 26%
of the crime.
Of the crime.
This ain't adding up, y'all. It ain't adding up, officer.
Yeah, you see how much of the how much of the devil the so-called white man is he puts that out as saying, oh, we're seeing the numbers rise on MS-13, so we're gonna blame it on the Hispanics. So then, like Brother Yeshua was saying, to bring that class back, what was going on back in the 70s and 80s, with the Cholo gangs and the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah, but it's funny though too, because we live next to a very large border. Right here in Mexico.
We was in Mexico 2 weeks ago.
Right. 2 weeks ago.
We was down there.
And people have stopped going from, what was it, from like
2008 to 2013.
Yeah, 2008 to 2013. So it ain't even been, we're in 2017. So it ain't even been active. Not even down there.
On that level. Just right there. You see what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense to me. That's just me though. Go on my Facebook and get this other article. Another brother murdered. This brother was a good Samaritan. All right. Has anybody ever heard the saying, no good deed goes unpunished? They killed this man for doing the right thing. Okay. Which there's no reasoning with the animal that is the white man. All right. There's no doing the right thing. There's no doing the good thing. Each and every time we see this happening, no matter how shaky the details, the white man will kill you and skate. All right. You see it?
How long you put it today?
Maybe yesterday. Okay. Via the route. Go down past this. Might come up. There you go. Brendan Hester. What was the brother's name?
It says Brendan Hester, a 23-year-old black man in Ostabula, Ohio.
Ohio, so like not Mississippi, Missouri. Ohio, go ahead.
Was shot by police officers last week after officers responded to a 911 call. Found 2 men scuffling in home, one holding a weapon. The police ordered the man to drop the gun, but when he refused, the officers shot him. After searching the home, the police found drug paraphernalia, scales, illegal narcotics, and a substantial sum of money. This story shows how dangerous policing can be and how some officers are left with no choice but to respond with deadly force when criminal drug dealers endanger the lives of law enforcement officers and the public at large. Except the man who police shot is still alive, albeit in critical condition, and witnesses at the scene say that none of this account is true.
So going back to the last story, the police are like, I mean, is that a surprise to anybody in the room? Y'all, the police lying, that's hard for you to accept. Give me Revelations 2:10, please. The police aren't liars. Okay, they'll put you in an interrogation room and tell you that your best friend is in the next room telling about everything you guys have ever done. That's a part of what they do.
Right.
Meanwhile, your best friend is next door like, man, kiss my ass. You see what I'm saying?
God.
But they don't lie, brother. They'll never lie. Go ahead.
Book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Uh-huh.
Behold, the devil.
The who?
The devil
Read.
Shall cast some of you into prison.
The devil cast you into prison. What does the word devil mean? Deceiver. So who put you in jail? A liar put you in jail. A lying white dog incarcerates you. All right? According to the Bible. We're not making this up. Your grandma been telling you the police was a pig. Your grandpa been telling you the white man is the devil. We're just showing you what they didn't know the whole time was all of that was in the Bible. Go ahead.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Go ahead, Rashida.
Going back. It all began early in the morning of June the 2nd when 23-year-old Brennan Hester called 911 after he found an intruder in the home he shares with his brother.
He found somebody that broke into the house. Read.
But unlike the police version of the incident, which completely failed to mention that the victim of the police shooting was the occupant of the home, witnesses tell a story that diverges from the standard narrative that police gave initially.
There's another story I'm thinking about right now that what the police said and what the witnesses said was two entirely different things. Famous, some brother got killed. I know that was one of the cases with
McKnight.
You got to go into the details. I know it was the case with Mike Brown. Bizarre.
You also had one dude that played the drum for his church, and then he would leave, and he was on the road. His car broke down. You know what I'm saying? And the police, an undercover car or unmarked police vehicle, pulls up on him, and then all of a sudden he's like, and the dude is on the phone with AAA. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get his car fixed. 2 in the morning. The police pulled up. You know, this, that, the other. He had a concealed license. Police shot.
Where this was at?
This is in
down south.
Yeah, it was in the south.
Because I know down south is where you can really get them concealed licenses. Mostly at, you know what I mean? Florida being like the chief. I know Florida's the chief down south. You walk around with that's on you. Can't nobody see it. You see what I'm saying? But you said Joe McKnight?
Yeah, wasn't that something that happened with Joe McKnight, man, where they had lied on him?
The dude just told, remember, he was like, don't fuck.
Right.
Bow, and shot and killed.
Yeah, it's a wrong story. Hey, but we just see how the white man.
Yeah, the white man is the devil. Can we all agree? All right, go ahead.
As the Root spoke with Jacqueline Green, the Hester family's attorney, who described a much different account of the incident. Green told us that police have been close-lipped. Oh, excuse me. Green told us that the police have been close-lipped about the incident since issuing an initial statement to the media, none of which appears to be verifiable.
So the entire police story is unverifiable. All of it cannot be verified. Go ahead.
Almost every detail of the police story.
Almost every detail. What?
Of the police story is disputed by the actual witnesses on the scene. Green told us.
Is this a new thing? Okay. O.J. Simpson executed a righteous judgment and got away with it because of stuff like this.
Hey, for real.
Soldier Karam.
That's how you know we live in a place where the media that's portraying the story is literally calling them liars. And you know, and nothing's being done about no upward.
Of course not. Nothing. There's not a videotape. So you know, your average, you know, the girl that's going to be twerking in the club tonight, she doesn't care about it because it wasn't on video. She cares when a black man gets shot down in the streets. All right. But she will get a black man shot tonight in the streets over that ass tonight. You see what I'm saying? The same girl. But this article, she's not going to read this article. She ain't taking time to do that. She only cares if there's video footage. Okay. She's in the videotapes, brother. She has many videotapes. Okay. A lot of these women that was at these rallies for people who got killed on camera, but do not show up for brothers who were not killed on camera, right, officer?
Didn't two Jakes kill two Edomites at Horton Plaza?
Horton Plaza. I ain't heard none of. From what I last heard, they still at large.
That's right.
Okay. We gotta look into that. Look up that story as well. Horton Plaza shooting. Horton Plaza Mall. For all of y'all that out there that watch us, if y'all seen our last videos, like white woman or black woman believes the white woman is God. Other videos we had out there, recent titles. Jesus loves strippers, Memorial Day, all that Memorial Day footage, that's at Horton Plaza here in San Diego, the mall that's downtown 4th and Broadway. At that same mall, allegedly 2 brothers shot 2 crackers, killed one of them dead. All right. I'll shoot you dead. All right. So what do we got? We got suspects.
Was a Navy sailor?
Oh, he was accused killer. Arraigned. Okay, so they got a brother. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, pull that up. We going to that next. Go ahead.
Going back. It says what is verifiable is that the girlfriend of Brendan's brother dialed 911.
She called the police. Go ahead.
While Brendan held the intruder at gunpoint.
So he held the intruder at gunpoint. What state is this in?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. Do y'all know what this is called legally? What Brandon did? Castle doctrine. Meaning you have the right to protect your castle. What he's doing is well within and is everything that America is supposed to be about. Your right to bear arms and all of that. This is a part of that. You can, if somebody intrudes into your home, use reasonable force to subdue or get them out of your home. If they are still in your damn home, you can kill them. All right? If they're running out of your home, you can't kill them. Let them run. But if they stay in your home, kill them. All right? White man tried to arrest me, lock me up. What was it, last year or something like this? Right? I beat a white man down on my property. All right, but he wouldn't leave. So when the police called, I said he wouldn't leave. I got away with beating a white man down. It was quite all praise Yahweh Shah. Right? That's called castle doctrine. This is castle doctrine. I know my damn rights. It's self-defense. Part of yourself is not just you. You know that, right? You are your family. You are where you live. You defend that. That's self-defense. Go ahead.
What is verifiable is that the girlfriend of Brendan's brother dialed 911 while Brendan held the intruder at gunpoint until the police arrived. Protecting his brother, the girlfriend, and Brendan's young nephew, who was also in the home. Police showed up around 5:14 a.m., according to the reports. Police have reported that they ordered Brendan to drop the gun. However, this is not true.
Okay, what happened?
They didn't order him to drop the gun. Brendan was shot immediately upon the entrance into the home.
Police came in. Boom!
That's right. Listen, shot him. They told him to drop the gun after they shot him. All right.
That's how much the white man is the devil and hates your guts. But here you are. He's your brother. And you love him and you want to save him. Go ahead.
It says, Brendan was shot immediately upon the police entrance into the home, and there was no scuffle going on at the time.
There was nothing. The white man saw a nigga with a gun and blasted. So all this devil know is to kill. Go ahead, Art.
Think about it. If there was a scuffle, how are you going to order somebody to drop the gun when his focus is scuffling with this guy? Come on. I got the gun in my hand. We're scuffling. He's trying to get the gun, but you're going to order me to drop it. And then I'm wrong for getting shot.
Oh, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Either way, I'm dead.
Right.
Soldier.
My dad graduated.
Yes, sir.
He had told this one dude one time, if two people are having a fight, the police can't interact with that fight. They have to wait.
They have to wait until it's over, right? Until somebody hits the ground, right? Because that scuffle, number one, the police will be putting their own life in danger trying to get in the middle of two people fighting. It's totally stupid to get in the middle of two people fighting. All right? This is why girls get black eyes all the time, trying to get in the midst of two niggas fighting.
Right.
All right? Here I am trying to punch this guy, and here you are. Hey, stop! Oh, what? Get out the way! You think you're gonna stop me? You're half my weight. You're not gonna be able to stop this. Are you kidding me? Two men are fighting. Let them figure that out. Go ahead.
Oh man.
The Bible speak about that.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, yes, and there was no scuffle going on at the time the police entered the home.
Yeah.
The police had not made any claim that Brennan was a threat of serious physical harm to anybody in that space.
So they have not. They lied in their report, but even in their live felonious report, they say he was not of a serious threat. So why was he then shot and in critical condition? Go ahead.
We just find the circumstances highly suspicious and are pushing for a thorough investigation. It says, as for mounds of dope and drug money, cops found.
Mounds. He was this dead. Brandon was Scarface, according to what the white man is saying. Go ahead.
According to Green, police found a small amount of marijuana and an amount of
the nigga smoked weed.
An amount of cash that any working person would be carrying.
He's Scarface. The nigga had 2 grams of weed and $80. And he's Scarface. The white man is the devil. I don't know if you know that. Good. Go ahead.
It says, see how that works? Aside from their initial statement that basically accused Hester of living in a dope house, police has not made any statements, leaving the Hester family, his community, and local media in the dark. Don't worry. I'm sure this is an isolated incident. I'm sure that all those times the police killed someone and left no witnesses were totally legitimate shootings. Don't jump to conclusions just because Brennan Hester is black. Don't call this racism just because the police burst into a home, saw a black man with a gun and started shooting. Just because they didn't ask, just because they didn't ask any questions before they started blasting bullets at the people they were sworn to protect and serve doesn't necessarily mean anything. Just because their facts are disintegrating into lies doesn't mean they are hiding something. And people don't bring up stuff like Hester's constitutional right to own a gun, or the fact that he did exactly what every police officer would tell a person to do. He called the police and waited for them to handle the situation, yet somehow ended up shot. It doesn't mean the police are racist just because they pulled a trick again, where they make their charge disappear after the bullet somehow magically appeared inside one of our bodies. It shouldn't mean anything just because it's one of us. It's always one of us, always. It says, through Green, Hester's family told us that he is in critical condition with 2 bullet wounds, including one in the back, for doing the exact right thing, protecting his family and observance of the law. I'm sure that the National Rifle Association is on its way to help them.
Yeah, where's the NRA? Why can't the NRA? Why is there no black people that the NRA stands up for? Like, I'm sure the NRA is there. I'm sure of it. Where is the NRA to stand up for the rights of the gun-toting American? Right? Soldiers, Zahar.
That reminds me, you guys remember you heard about that campus cop that killed that black man with his child and his wife in the car because he had a gun on him, or he had a concealed weapons license?
Look, it's going down so much. I don't even know this story. No, he's talking about this is a campus cop.
Yeah.
What university did this have? We getting killed so damn much. Don't nobody, you can't even keep track. Soldiers or not. Yeah, I mean, just depending on what's, depending on the laws and regulations of the municipality that they in. You see what I'm saying? Depending on a state, you have open carry states, you have open carry counties, you have also concealed weapons permits in certain states, in certain counties, and also federally. You see what I'm saying? But you would have, if this person is not shooting at people or even at least waving the gun at people, you would have to make an inquisition into, this person's reasoning behind carrying a firearm, whether he was within his legal right or whether he was violating his legal right. But go ahead. Was that on that?
No.
Okay.
Through Green, Hester's family told us he's in critical condition with 2 wounds. No, I'm going to skip down. It says, I'm sure that the National Rifle Association, the Hester family, with the piles of money it gets from gun manufacturers. Any minute now, a powerful politician will stand up and talk about Brennan Hester's Second Amendment rights. And now a contributor to the long list of things a black man cannot do if he does not want to be shot. List, an illustration, an illustrious list of names that include Trayvon Martin, who showed us the danger of carrying Skittles and wearing hoodies. Philando Castile, who famously posed a threat by reaching for his wallet after he is instructed by the police to reach for his wallet. Terrence Crutcher, who perfectly illustrated the menace of a black man walking away with his hands in the air, and Eric Gardner, who, black. The Ohio Bureau of Investigation has taken over the investigation, so I'm sure everything will be okay. Since 2005, of the roughly 12,000 people killed by police, only 26 law enforcement officers have been convicted for killing someone in an officer-involved shooting.
So 12,000 bodies. Of those 12,000 bodies, less than 30 officers have done jail time. Granted, some of them may have been justifiable homicides, but damn, 12,000.
Right.
Go ahead.
From 1980 to 1992, it was 12,000 gang-related murders in LA. So they're right up there with the Bloods.
Yeah. Well, they said that's why they said they're the biggest gang. I remember when they was doing an interview, they say the police is like police is like a gang. He said they ride by, they look at me all hard, they stop, they get out. You see what I'm saying? The same way a rival gang would. So what's the damn difference, officer?
I was in Florida and I was sitting at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Had on all my blue and stuff, and police rolled up on me. Was like, "Yo, man, what you doing with all that blue on, man? You know we the only ones that we're all that."
You see that? They're the boys in blue, right? Soldier Bayan.
About 5 years ago, I got pulled over in Spring Valley, but the cop was sitting there and he had like a tattoo right here. He got shorts, right? And another cop that came up and they were talking about how basically it's a gang and certain people in the police force are part of it, but certain people in the police force aren't. They will all have that certain tattoo,
yes,
or a certain emblem.
Exactly. They did an investigation on how there was a racial gang that was existing that was had infiltrated LA County sheriffs and the LAPD as well. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's all racially based. You see what I'm saying? They're all white power syndicates and things of that nature.